I have to just say how ridiculous it is that we put these people in charge of things. We took actually qualified people out of their government positions and their high security clearance positions to put these losers in position, and this is what happens. Scoop by Jack Detch. Pentagon puts a second top advisor to Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth on leave as part of a leak probe. Darren Selnick, DOD Deputy Chief of Staff, was also suspended and escorted out of the building. Dan Caldwell, a top Hegseth advisor, is also suspended. They want to suspend these people for allegedly leaking. I mean, we all remember who the big leakers are thanks to the Signalgate scandal. I mean, are you fucking kidding me here? So there have been some reporters getting scoops. Politico is reporting this morning. Ken Klippenstein has been one of the people that's been getting scoops. And Ken Klippenstein said yesterday, new Rubio order, leaked to me, he says, directs the State Department to spy on student visa holders and applicants' social media for a hostile attitude towards U.S. citizens or U.S. culture, including government, institutions, or founding principles. American culture, including government, that's our First Amendment right. First Amendment. You First Amendment absolutists out there will understand that anybody living in this country has the absolute right to criticize their fucking government. These are our founding principles, the First Amendment. Jesus, these people are just corrupt. They don't have what it takes to hold these offices. Ellen M. Gilmer said, Scoop, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem warned employees that polygraph tests will be used to help crack down on leaks that agency officials say have foiled immigration raids. All polygraphs must include a question on unauthorized communication with media and nonprofits. Really? So, the polygraphs now in our government because people are leaking. We know who the leakers are. Hegseth is a leaker. J.D. Vance is a leaker. Mike Walls is a leaker that we absolutely know of. Take care of those leakers. If you're so serious about getting leaks out of the government, take your leaking asses out of the government. This is pretty simple to me, but I guess I don't know. It's just too much for these people to deal with their lack of critical thinking abilities. Politico reports. The Pentagon placed two top political appointees under administrative leave on Tuesday after a probe into potential leaks of sensitive information, according to 3 defense officials who are leaking at the time to give us this story. Thank God for the leakers, the real, the on-the-sly leakers that are part of our government. Good Lord. Dan Caldwell, a senior advisor to Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, was escorted out of the Pentagon by security officials and had his building access suspended pending further investigation, said 2 of the officials who were granted anonymity to discuss an ongoing probe. To leak. Thank you. How else will we know anything that's going on? Darren Selnick, the Pentagon's Deputy Chief of Staff, was also suspended as part of the same probe and escorted out of the building, according to one of the officials. The leaks under investigation include military plans for the Panama Canal. You mean our attack plans against Panama were leaked? Bummer. The leaks under investigation also include a second carrier headed to the Red Sea, Elon Musk's controversial visit to the Pentagon. Yeah, we remember. To get information he doesn't have access for. Okay. And also the controversial visit to the Pentagon and pausing the collection of intelligence to Ukraine, other officials said. So they wanted to hide those things. Let's get that clear. They wanted to hide their plans for Panama, for the United States to attack another country. They wanted to hide that. Also, they wanted to hide the fact that they were going to stop intelligence to Ukraine. They just didn't ever want us to know about that. Caldwell, a Marine Corps veteran of the Iraq War, who previously worked at the right-leaning Defense Priorities think tank, played a key role in advising the Pentagon on Ukraine. Hegseth, in the now infamous signal chat with national security leaders that accidentally included a journalist named Caldwell, the Pentagon's primary contact, to coordinate U.S. military strikes on Yemen. Selnick, earlier this year, also performed the duties of the Undersecretary of Defense for personnel and readiness. He served in the White House and Department of Veterans Affairs in the first Trump administration. He's also a former senior advisor to Concerned Veterans for America, which Hegseth used to lead. Is that the organization that he bankrupted? He bankrupted a nonprofit? Was that the one? It might have been. At any rate, this administration is being overtaken by paranoia. Giving polygraphs to their own employees? Wow, I'm just saying, this is bad. This is bad.